Auto Shipping Tips for the Holidays, Part 2 of 2. In Part 1 of this series on auto shipping tips, we looked at the basics of getting a car shipping quote. In Part 2, we'll be looking at some insider tips that you can get the best deal. These are the tips that make you find a company like a pro. The first thing you need to do to keep in mind is to make sure you have a realistic expectation of how much it's going to cost to ship your car, SUV, or truck. There's no sense in trying to get the auto hauler to reduce his price when you know that what you're asking for is unreasonable. Furthermore, not knowing what a realistic price is to ship the vehicle could drive you to the lowest bidder, which probably isn't the best choice. Insist on a written shipping agreement. While most reputable companies will give you a written agreement as part of their procedure, make sure that neither of you forget to do this. This protects you from hidden costs and other nefarious situations. Once your car has been assigned transport, make sure to get a copy of the insurance. This does two things. It lets you know that the car hauler is doing their job properly, and it lets you know how much your vehicle is covered for. If you feel that this is not enough coverage, either get supplemental insurance or find a different car shipping company. Once you have a quote from a company, specifically ask them if the quote they gave you will ship your car on time. Sometimes you are given a quote that will ship your car eventually. Low-priced transports are not picked up by car shipping truckers as fast as higher-paying moves. This is where keeping a realistic expectation of what you should be paying for a timely move comes in handy. Before deciding which company to go with, do some research. Look up the companies on the internet and see what others are saying about them. A company that has bad habits will leave behind a wake of bad reviews on various websites. Also, check with sites like the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration and the Better Business Bureau. Fully understand that drivers really only ship the vehicles that pay the most. Some companies will quote you an insanely low price simply because they got tired of haggling with you. What they don't tell you is that it's priced so low that your car will never get picked up by a car hauling driver. The drivers are looking to make the most money for the least work. It's not necessarily because they are greedy, but because there are lots of costs for a truck to transport your vehicle. If moving your car isn't profitable enough, they will pass it up for the next vehicle on the list. If there is damage to your vehicle, you need to document it at the drop-off. Don't wait to document it after the driver has left. You need to get the driver's signature on the paperwork describing the damage. Make sure you get a copy of this before the driver leaves. During this two-part article, we have covered some of the basic and more extensive auto shipping tips about transporting your car. Keep these in mind when you next go looking for a car shipping company.